people that you consider your friends, well, they're not really friends. Let me explain. Last year I dropped out of school and I didn't tell anyone. I had my friend group, and also I was very friendly and had a lot of friends outside of that friend group because we would share a lot of classes together. See, my birthday was coming up. My birthday is in February, which is a couple of weeks into the first term of school. Now with Snapchat, it pops up and it shows that it's your birthday for everyone that is friends with you. Now, I thought that I would get a couple happy birthday wishes, which honestly, I didn't really care about the birthday wishes. I just wanted to see who were my real friends because I haven't actually seen them in a while. See, I was expecting maybe a couple people, maybe one person, but guess what? I got 0 people. Everyone that I consider my friends weren't really my friends. They were just people that I became friendly with because we had to, because we were at school. I'm going to assume that you're in high school. Now, I'm not saying to become the lone wolf and drop everyone and go super alone and weird. No. I mean, you can still have fun with the people at your high school, but just don't get it confused with people that like your best friends. Because once you notice that the only reason that you're actually friends with them is because you were actually in the same high school together. If you were to be in somewhere else, let's say you bumped into them going down the street, you probably wouldn't become best friends with them from that because you don't really have that much in common. See, the friends that I was hanging out with, they were partying, which because I was on my self-improvement journey, I stopped partying. The last party I went to was a friend's party, and I said to one of my friends, oh, this is going to be the last time that I'm actually going to be doing a party. And they're like, what? Surely not, you're going to come to another party, surely. I stuck to my word, I didn't break that, I still haven't been to a party since. But later in that year, my friend's 18th birthday party was coming up. This was the end of year 11. This was just before the holidays, where it's the long holidays, where it's Christmas time. And one of my friends was like, oh, come to my 18th birthday party. I'm like, nah, because I don't go to parties anymore, like I said at last person's party that we went to. And I'm going to be focusing on money and self-improvement. And they're like, what? Nah, surely come. I'm like, nah, I'm good. Eventually, during the holidays, they texted me and they're like, oh, come over to my place, we're having a little friend gathering because a couple of our friends were dropping out of school. And I'm like, nah. He was just trying to trick me to get to his 18th, which I saw through it and didn't want to go. But also, the friends that I were with were playing video games all the time, doing degenerate shit, like drinking alcohol. They were even playing, I don't know if you might know it, it's called GTA Roleplay. I've never played it, but what they basically do is they roleplay real life in a video game. That's fucking stupid. That is the most stupid thing I've ever heard. Like, imagine roleplaying getting rich on a video game when you could be doing it in real life. That just made no sense to me. And then I remember talking to one of my friends, he was talking to one of my other friends, he's like, oh yeah, I woke up 4 o'clock this morning and got this thing, so now we can make weapons and stuff. I'm like, bro, you woke up 4 o'clock this morning to get something in a video game to make you money in a video game that's about real life. Why don't you wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning, learn how to make money, and then make money in real life? Because what? Let's say you buy that cool car. Wow, you got this cool car. Guess what? You can show it off to some people when you're driving around. Whoa, that dude's got this sick car. Oh my god, wow. But imagine if you had it in real life. Because if you logged off that game, you don't have that car and you no longer have that status because you're not logged in. But imagine if you had bought that Lamborghini in real life, you spent that time actually working towards that actual goal of getting money. You became valuable, you learnt skills, you learnt social skills, you learnt how to get women, you learnt how to get everything. Now you've got a good life just because you spent that time actually focusing on your real life, not your video game life. You have all that status in the video game because you bought this new car. You log off, you got no status because you don't have it in real life. It's just stupid. You have no skills you've actually learned from it. What? The skills that you learn in the video game. This is how I send my friend an email on this video game. Oh, wow. Oh, guess what? This is how I buy a cheeseburger or something on this video game. Like, bro, when is that going to do anything good for your life? Imagine if you learnt sales. Let's say you learnt sales at 18 instead of doing video games. That will help you your entire life. And also, it will exponentially grow because you did it at a younger age. It will help you out even more. It will compound. Let's say you learnt social skills, networking. well, that will help you out even more because you now can network with millionaires and potentially even billionaires. Business skills, marketing, there's a bunch of skills that you can learn that will absolutely greatly improve your life for the rest of your life. You choose your time to play a simulation of real life. It just made no sense to me. And I told it to them and they're like, no, it's just fun. It's just fun. I'm like, fun, bro. It's not fun. Be careful with the people that you do keep around you because let's say you've got this one dude who is in the friend group and he would probably most likely fuck you over, jealous that you're improving yourself or trying to pull you down. Because if they're pulling you down, that means that they're jealous about you. And that's not really something a friend would do. They would be pushing you and saying, go further, do more, keep on pushing you to achieve your next goal. Fake friend, no, they won't do that. Your fake friend would be jealous about what you have accomplished and then try to turn you down and tear it down because it makes themselves feel better. Because if someone's improving themselves and becoming better and they've done nothing, it just makes themselves feel worse. And because they're not going to do anything, they just want to take down the people that are around them so they feel more comfortable about it. I want you to think about this friend group from a third person perspective. What would their future look like if it's going to be a shit, miserable life with a boring 9 to 5, with an ugly chick, ugly house, shit car? If you don't want to have a future like that, don't be around them all the time. So once you're out of high school, just go by yourself. I would recommend, this is what I did. I dropped them, didn't speak to them, didn't go to parties with them, didn't do anything. Just went ghost mode, focused on myself, focused on my business. Also think, what content do they consume? Let's say they consume content that's purely entertainment, it's got nothing actually good that comes out of it. And you're focusing on your self-improvement journey and you're focusing on self-improvement content. Well, the content that you consume, you start to pick up, let's say they listen to degenerate music, watch degenerate music videos. Well, eventually they're going to start picking up those traits because they keep on listening to that music all the time. So eventually they're going to pick up some stuff, what they've been listening to, but you will be doing the same, but you will be doing it with self-improvement videos and you'll be getting better while they'll be getting worse. Also look at what their habits are, what they do in their free time, because that also depicts what they're going to end up like. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to get a piece of paper, write down the stuff that they do, what's good, what's bad, what are they doing to improve their health, what they are doing to make their health worse. Are they on self-improvement? Are they not on self-improvement? And just take a look at all the stuff that you've written down and think, is this really going to be the people that I hang around with my entire life? Are these people going to be the people that I want to be hanging around with, have the same future with, hang out with? See, there does come a point in your self-improvement and also your entrepreneurial journey where you need to leave your old degenerate friends to find the new friends of like-minded people. It might take a little bit, but it will be better in the long term because once you leave that old friend group, you'll be able to do more work because they're not pushing you back and not distracting you. And then eventually, once you've become that person that can attract actually the like-minded people, you will be able to get into that friend group pretty easily. The reason that you need to go in a kind of like an alone period in your life is because you haven't yet built yourself up in self-improvement or in business to actually attract this new friend group of like-minded people. You haven't actually proved yourself, done anything yet. So you need to just lock in for however long it is until you can actually find this like-minded group. Because if you think about the group, they wouldn't want to bring on some random degenerate that plays video games, maybe smokes or something, and does no exercise. They wouldn't want to bring them in because that brings down the whole group. Short-term pain for a long-term gain.